favor of getting clubs to lose games because of a few crazy people, but I'm in favor of isolating these people and leaving them out of a stadium.
Are you happy with the current state of the game, or do you already have ideas of things that could improve it?
I would say that the evolution in the last 10-15 years is that the disconnection between the fans and the club has arrived because of multi-international ownership, you know. And I remember when I arrived at Arsenal many times in the street, the guy said, look, I'm a shareholder at Arsenal, I have 2 shares, why do you do this, why do that? And I said, so that has disappeared. That direct connection between the fans and the clubs have disappeared. But on the other hand, football has become more popular, and worldwide it has taken a huge importance, but emphasizes as well that football has today a huge responsibility concerning exemplarity, being a model, but the players as well have in the same time become a more a company inside the clubs, you know, because the big players now have an environment that didn't exist 20 years ago. 20 years ago, the contact was directly between the manager and the player. Today, it is between the manager, representatives of the player. The player has an advisor, a fitness coach, a dietitian, video advisor, and so it has all become more complex to have control. So it is a little bit more complicated. Around the manager himself, today, before you had 2-3 assistants, today you have 20. You know, you have the manager is in a position where he has to manage a team around the team and make sure as well that this team around the team doesn't interfere in a negative way with the team. What is not easy, because there are many egos to manage as well. Football, you could imagine that in the future, the managers were presented by a company who brings all his employees with him, you know, and you have a contract, subcontract between the company and the club for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. And when the whole company moves out again, then it's replaced by another company. That could be the future of modern management. So it is changed a lot. My frustration was in the end that I had not enough time to think about football. Maybe because I was as well in a former model of management, you know, where I had so many things to do. But I was slowly, if I think back today, I was invaded between the time I arrived, the moment I arrived, and in the end, I was basically invaded by demands that stopped me from concentrating what is the most important part of my job.
What about the state of the game, changes that have happened in football itself and the state of football as a game today, the way it's played?
Well, you would say that the trend 10-15 years we have gone from the football player to the athlete football player. The athletic dimension has become much bigger in the game. The intensity of physical demands have grown and have kicked out many players who have not the physical level to compete at that. We have gone a little bit the trend of the NBA. That means you look at the athlete that is in the player than the player that is in the athlete, you know. And overall, I would say that in the last 10-15 years, we have to think what is the next step again. You see many players who are top athletes now, but you think there's a dimension that is a little bit missing, is the team thinking and the team attitude in the way they think the game. And